Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Impel podcast, the show where we review One Piece every week. Today, I'm joined by my favorite friend, that Dolphin dude,
Yo, it is I.
and my favorite enemy, Brandon. Nah, he's my
What's up?
fucking friend.
No, we're enemies.
Oh shit! Oh no!
Fight to the death.
Fight to the death. No, forget the podcast. Let's fight now. Whoever
Death
survives
battle.
is the host.
I'm fucking meeting you in the Balkans.
No. I love him. I love everybody. I love peace and people. And
One Piece.
yeah, I
Stop
love
lying out
One
his fucking
Piece.
ass.
What do you mean lying? Man, whatever. Whatever. Today we're reviewing One Piece chapter 1007 called Tanuki-san, which is a perfect name. And the cover page is Mr. Caesar Clown exchanging balloon presents for baby penguins. I guess he's using the gas to its fullest potential.
This is what he was meant to do in life.
Yeah.
His true purpose.
Well, I guess sadly this week Richardson has a birthday, so he can't make it. He's out there partying right now in the jungle. And Bonner Clay was here a few minutes ago, but then he dipped. And hopefully he will
AFK.
connect.
So Bonner Clay, yeah, he might reappear later.
Yeah, hopefully.
But at the moment, it's just us three, the monster trio.
Yep. The best
Yeah,
hosts.
buddy.
Okay, so we got the life floor at the Skull Dome. And basically a lot of dead bodies, or well, not dead because it's One Piece, but a lot of knocked out people. And it's all thanks to Hyogoro, you know, before he gets his head cut off. And everybody's
Yeah,
kind of shocked. Yep.
I find it kind of funny because, like, this makes Hyogoro look like a fucking badass, right?
Because he
But
is.
then it also makes the samurai and the ninja that was working for Orochi look like bitches after they were hyped up and all mysterious.
Yeah, because they are bitches. I mean, they
I
were
thought Hote
under-
would be a badass and he might clash with Zoro, but then Zoro went to the roof. I was like, oh, Hote's gonna do something. Sure.
Yeah, he did something. He's lying on the floor, dead.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And Apu and X-Drake are like, holy shit, the samurais are actually good. Like, they're surprised.
Yeah.
And it's great that we get to see sort of that view from everyone. So this is Hyogoro, like this is what the rumor said, that he was this strong. So we're glad to see it's not just some random dude with like, oh, power up and we're done. No, we hear that this person back then had hype. This person had like a reputation. And we see that from Drake also. Now I understand why the world fears Wano, because we see even Akainu mentioned that now does not go to Wano. We know there's strong samurais there. We don't know what to expect. So that's pretty cool that they start giving that recognition. And hopefully once this arc ends, we can start seeing like more strong samurais appear. Hopefully like young people, you know, like people Momo and others, just so that reputation can continue. Like the land of samurai of really strong swordsmen.
Yep. That'd be
Yeah.
great once the borders are open post-war. Can't wait.
Yep. And on the next page we see Hyogoro, who's about to get his head cut off by a man, one of the bosses there called Yatape. But he's crying and he can't do it because, you know, Hyogoro is like their boss, their father.
Yeah,
You know.
they all look up to him. All the Yakuza bosses.
Yeah, like the people who are there to basically cut his head off can't do it. And thank God they can't, because the father there start fucking talking about Chopper and they're like, hey, hurry up, aren't the fucking antibodies ready yet? Because, you know, since Marco was like fighting Queen and King, he stopped using his Fire Phoenix
Yeah.
kit.
And it's
yeah,
funny at the same time, all the pleasures and waiters, they're just like, "Oh, Queen mate, can you please help us?" Oh, fuck off!
yeah,
You're all
he's like,
useless. Useless. There's
How-
no more smiles.
how
I
fucking
can just
dare
get
you?
more.
He's like, how fucking dare you ask me, little bitches.
It should be an honor to become an ice demon and work for me. And Kaido.
Yeah, and we see that actually the Ice Demon like virus is like one of Queen's best inventions, I guess. And he's really proud of it.
Mm. Yeah.
Which later on will have a really, it will be really a strong hype point, but that's coming up a bit later.
No, yes.
And yeah, as
Oh.
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna comment on something quickly. Sorry. It's regarding Queen.
Yeah.
To be honest, I hear a lot of people just trash talking King. Like, oh, we got so much hype for King. Yeah, he didn't do shit. He's still struggling with Marco and everything. But one thing I've just been thinking about, to be honest, I really see Queen as somebody way more incompetent than King. And I know a lot of people may say,
Really?
of course, he isn't. Like, technically, King's like the first division, to put it in simple terms. Like, Queen's like second.
Yeah.
But disregarding that, I do see Queen as someone just completely responsible, as like as like a commander, in other words. To begin with, we see him at Udon Prison, where he doesn't do shit, to be honest. He reached there, starts fucking around with him, knowing that he easily could have taken him out there. He has sea prison stones. Now, like the opportunity to take this guy out. Now, he doesn't prefer his little game till Big Mom appeared and ruined everything. And now we see him here that he technically lost a crap load of allies. And I don't know, just see him like pretty incompetent.
Yeah, as a division commander, like doing his job, he's not the fucking best. Like he's actively just being lazy, doing his own thing, risking his men live just for the sake of his own science. But I still love Queen. He's a funny bloke.
No, it's not about his character. It's mostly how
the job.
How useful he is. Wasn't like his actual job.
Yeah.
Well, I want to give a counterpoint because once Big Mom appeared in the fucking prison, like Queen took his job pretty seriously and like did a good job trying to stop Big Mom. So at least like when shit hits the fan,
but
he
like
can
that's
be like,
like one moment.
yeah, but it showed like him headbutting Big Mom and causing her amnesia. So I mean,
even though, and my counterpoint to that even though it is completely true, you gotta give him props. Like he had to deal with Big Mom. It's important to know that one, he didn't actually fight Big Mom in her prime. She was still under I guess you can the Odin personality. So we can't really like consider it 100%. And also,
it was still a good effort.
Yeah, I mean, he still stood up to her and, you know, tried to stop her, even though.
Of course. And I have a counterpoint for myself.
It'd be like, I was gonna say, it was like, imagine if Katakuri tried to fight a drunk as fuck. Yo, he's asleep!
He's asleep, no!
And he's snoring like a motherfucker.
No. Oh no. I thought he was. Oh god.
I was about to bring up a point here.
I guess we should mute him and yeah.
Yeah, move him to another channel and hopefully he'll wake up and realize.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as I was saying, I was just gonna say, imagine if Katakuri had to take down a drunk rampaging Kaido. Like, Kaido not at 100% because he's just drunk off his ass and wiggling around destroying this city. It'd be like that. Like how Queen dealt with the amnesia Olin.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And what were you saying, Brandon, about... You're saying something
else? I was about to speak, then this dude comes out of nowhere snoring. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Um, I was just gonna say, like, my counterpoint to what I was saying also is the fact that when Big Mom came in, like, Queen didn't actually know. Like, it's just, like, he didn't even think about that being Big Mom without her memories. Like, he just saw Big Mom, like, no, time to go straight to action. So, like, props to him from that end. But still, at the end, the majority of things that could have been avoided. I don't know. I just think that he just isn't that good, to be honest.
Yeah, as a job. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess moving on, like, Queen is roasting his men for being little bitches and never being smile users from now on, because no more smiles.
No more smile.
Yep. And
And that was unnecessary. He just could have easily said, "Oh, he could have even tricked them. Like, if anyone survives this, I'll give you guys a smile, even though it's like a lie." I think that would have been much more effective than just saying, "Yeah, we don't have any fruits, you dumbasses. Go kill yourselves with them. Go sacrifice yourselves." Like, nah.
well, yeah, but he
Because,
also
like,
said that fodder
what
is
what
really easy to
soldiers
get.
would be like? You know what, Queen? You got a good point. I'm gonna go fucking kill myself.
Yeah, but Queen really doesn't give a shit. Like, fodder is easy to come
Yeah,
by.
exactly.
Just
But
go on.
if he put more fucking thought into it instead of being a proud, cocky asshole,
Oh
he could
yeah,
have got his men to like keep fighting for him.
yeah. I mean, we do have to have a reason why they lose, so because that's one of it.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons.
Yeah. Like it makes sense, but it's like, Queen, you fool, you fool.
And then Queen like questions Chopper's motives, because Chopper is also a pirate. So he's like,
Actually, sorry for cutting you off there quickly.
Nah.
Just before we get here, we missed an important part.
yeah,
The part where Chopper actually intervened to, save our boy.
wait, did we? I don't think we did. I think that's later.
No. It's later.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then yeah,
It's still
continue. My
Queen
bad.
shit talking.
Oh yeah, Wayne's still on his rant. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Next state.
It's a long rant.
Yeah, he's been ranting for a bit, and he's like, yo, he probably already took the antibody and left. But the people actually believe in Chopper, and they're like, oh, he's not a bastard like you. And Queen just cannot believe that. He cannot believe that Chopper is actually like an actual good boy.
I do want to bring up one of the next pages when you see this dude screaming, "Damn, I can't die here.
Yeah.
Kill all the ice demons, friend or foe." I'm just really liking his design.
Oh, yeah,
Like
he has
we
a
probably
really cool
don't even
design.
get a name for him,
Yeah, he's
but he
a
looks
father.
pretty cool from the back, and I love the long sword. Like I forgot what it's called. It's not quite an Odachi.
Yeah.
Because it has a long handle.
Yeah, that's a long ass
that's
hilt. It's like as long as the fucking blade. Holy
Yeah.
shit. But also he
Fucking
has
love that
kind of
shit.
like ears. He's kind of like a chicken
Yeah,
person.
yeah, maybe he's got like a tiny bit of chicken or pig.
Yeah.
Smile. He's a little baby.
Yep.
All he got is the ears.
Well, after that, we see the people like finally like swinging down the blade to kill Hyugoro, because the boss are like finally prepared to strike him down, and then Hyugoro is like, until we meet again. And you're like, oh, don't kill yourselves after me. And then after the swing is going down, Chopper appears and stops it.
What is that?
Like a badass, and then he fucking he has the cutest
He makes
fucking
this-
face.
Cutest fucking face mid-war. Everyone was about to die.
Yeah.
I was like, alright, I made it in time.
I want to mention how last week I said that Hyugoro won't die. He would be saved by Chopper last second and given the cure.
No.
So
Like,
finally.
okay, so, most of us, other than Yuen, did say Hyogoro would die. Because, like, he would be like the ace or something of the war, where like you get like one major death.
Well, we have Yasue.
And I really wanted to. I mean, like that wasn't during the war.
Yeah, but it was like an old man who was like back in the day he was
Yeah.
good, and he's old now,
Yeah.
so we can kill him, and it's the same with Hyogoro. So yeah,
But yeah, I really wanted, like, I love Hyogoro and I didn't want him to die, but I did want him to die for the sake of, like, plot and character development. Like, I wanted Chopper to suffer and live with the guilt,
yeah.
but the way it's executed in this chapter, I'm glad Hyogoro is alive.
Yeah, Chopper being a Chad.
It's kind of fucked up. Yeah, I want Chopper to like suffer and take all the burden.
Yeah. But then
No, but I have to here, to be honest. I think from one end, I wanted Hyogoro to die, not because like he's the bad character or anything, just to add more tension to the actual war. But at the same time, the way that it was executed, I can't complain about it either. Good job, Oda.
Oh yeah, like it's great.
Yeah, everybody hyped up the Chopper appears, and Chopper gives them, I guess, the antidote or something.
Yeah, because he's like, Miyagi, Tristan, please hurry, fire!
Yep, they bring out a big ass cannon from out of nowhere from their asses, which holds a cannonball with the antivirus, and they fire it at the people, killing probably innocent fighters.
Yeah, maybe the initial shockwave, but yeah, the virus is in the cannon that is shot.
Yeah,
So
it's
the
a
gas
big, it's
is
like a
healing
big
everyone.
chopper cloud. It's like a cotton candy chopper cloud, which I found pretty cute.
So, what I got when I read this, I was like, "Yo, this has to be at least a little throwback to Drum Island, when Doctorine she got Dr. Hillock's Sakura cannons, and they blasted it in through the roof, and you had that big ass pink cloud to heal the kingdom, so to speak. I think this is kind of a callback.
Yeah, it seems like a callback. It could also be like, it looks kind of like a mushroom cloud, and you could say that it's kind of like Japan, the whole fucking nuke. It's kind of like a good nuke,
But yeah, like you said with the cotton candy looking design.
Yeah.
So that if it is cotton candy looking design, that means it's gonna be pink.
Yeah, it's most
that
likely
means it's
pink.
gonna look exactly like the Sakura cannon.
Yeah.
That would be a really good callback. I mean, it can be any color also. Like cotton candy can also be blue, but
Yeah, I
if
know,
they
but
made
like
callback, that would be really, really nice.
they've depicted it as pink the entire anime. I don't think that he's eaten like green or blue fairy floss.
Yeah.
It's really, like, common within like TV shows. They always give like the little pink typical one. You know what?
Exactly.
Joey hired this man. Like this is completely woke, to be honest.
Yeah, so...
But yeah, next moment's pretty cool.
Yep.
Chopper's now a little bit mad.
Oh, before that, I wanted to mention how he basically, without testing a virus, he released it to the people, to everyone, and that could have fatal consequences.
Yeah, they could have got fucked.
Yeah, I don't
Could have
think he could.
accelerated the disease.
Yeah, or just made another disease that like kills them even more violently. So, I mean, it's a happy moment, but Chopper, that's not how you're a doctor. That's not very doctor of you. Nah, I'm fucking kidding. Like, oh, it's a Chopper moment. He finally fucking put his fucking medical knowledge to use. So,
Like, I love it. Like, it's such a big flex. Because, like, Queen's like, yo, how did a second-rate pirate like you acquire such medical expertise? He's like, motherfucker, I spent 2 years studying this shit. And then, like, he just goes off at Queen. Like he did back in Thriller Bark against Hogback.
Yep.
Like, this shouldn't be weaponized. You're meant to help people. Fuck.
Yep. But I don't think Queen's a doctor.
Sick of these evil-ass doctors.
I don't think
Yeah,
Queen's
he's more like
doctor.
a scientist or an engineer.
Yeah. And also,
But
yeah, I wanted to add that, you know, back in the review when I said that this is something Queen is proud of. It's like his best virus, and then just Chopper counters it in like an hour. Just researches it and counters it in an hour. So it's kind of like, damn, Chopper, chill.
and finds a way to spread it without like having to like inject individual people.
Yep. But then Queen is like, "Oh, fuck you, Chopper! I'm gonna shoot you with my Gatling gun mouth." And the actual people who used to work for Queen, like the Pleasurers, guard Chopper and take the shots for him, because you know he saved them. And Chopper is more of a good boy than them, than Queen. They're like, "Shut up, Queen. Shut up."
Yeah, because like, dude, like,
He killed our brothers.
Yep. So they basically, all the pleasurers, or at least a big amount of them, just switch sides. So
Like, and you didn't even need Tama, because like the ones that are switching sides, I'm pretty sure they're just the waiters and the pleasures. They don't even have the animal parts.
they don't have the animal parts. So basically, the whole army is gonna get is gonna join the other sides thanks to Tama and Chopper.
Like either they're gonna lose or they're gonna join.
Yep.
And it's gonna be completely one-sided.
Yeah, I can already see the fucking Hawkins, the prediction going higher and higher for Luffy's win.
And that's when he's gonna join them.
Yep.
He's just waiting for them numbers to rise. Stonks.
And from there we see Marco like charging up at Queen and attacking him, like holding him, I guess, not attacking him. And he's like, "Way to go, Tanuki."
Binded him with the flames.
Yep.
Give it your best shot.
And Marco's like holding him down, and Chopper's like, "Rumbaru." Fucking goes Monster Point, and the big ass slap. It's like he's slapping Big Mom in the opening.
Slaps him so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like Queen's Brontosaurus or Brachiosaurus, I forget which he is. His face is rippling. His fatty cheeks squashed. Big ass bruise and blood spurting from his mouth. This man got hit like a truck.
Yeah, he got destroyed, bro. And everybody's like,
And
"Holy
I just love-
shit!" Everybody holding their mouth, and they're
he's like,
"Shit."
let me get one thing straight. I'm not a Tanuki.
Yeah,
And
everybody's
I was
like,
like, oh, we're sorry.
"Sorry for fucking saying that."
and you're like,
Like,
I don't know, I'm
man.
gonna be recycling one of your points. There's gotta be like a huge ass point. Not gonna like, just imagine, you're an expert, you're a scientist, okay? You spent
You're the second division commander.
exactly. Not only that, you're a second division commander of the Yonko with the highest bounty. So you're someone important, and you have huge ass knowledge of science. You create this virus, like you mentioned, a virus that he was so proud of. Just so this little mascot dude comes out of nowhere, finds a counter virus. It's not even like a cure, because the cure he had in his hand, he's like, nah, I used that cure and your virus to make
He made a
counter
new virus.
just to fuck up with his. And instead of injecting person per person, he just shoots out the huge gas, cures everyone. And not only that, you get bitch-smacked by the same mascot, dude. That's like a big-ass flex, and that's accumulating for
Biggest
Queen.
fucking flex. Yeah.
I can see it,
Yeah,
like, next chapter.
speaking of
we're gonna have
mascot though,
Uh-huh.
I'm hoping we get like now I'm hoping we get some more Monster Point plushies or something. Cause like I'm sick of seeing the cute little midget. Give me the Monster Point toys.
No.
Where's the merch?
No.
And another thing, everyone's faces when they're like saying we're sorry. I think X-Rex is the funniest one. Cause he's like in his badass hybrid form, and he's like, oh my, oh.
I find Marco's face the funniest because he's legit like covering his whole mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, Marco's, Drake's, and Hyogoro's, I think they're the funniest ones.
Yeah, and Hyogoro is like back in his baby form, baby grandpa.
Yeah, he got cured, so now he's midget.
Yep. Well, after the big chopper
Badass
flex,
chopper form.
Yep. After that, we have the right brain power in the castle where Yamato and Momonosuke are. And they're basically running again, because, you know, every time we see Yamato, she has to run. So she's giving her a
At
daily
least it's
marathon.
only for 1 page this time.
Yeah, it's only for 1 page, but basically they're running and Momonosuke's like, oh, I'm a weak, pathetic, spoiled fool. And, you know, when I was reading that, I was like, yeah, you are. You're fucking, you're a disgrace.
True. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
But at least Momonosuke kind of recognizes that he's a little bitch, but that causes his emotions to go crazy and he transforms into a dragon.
But that was like after, like legit, all Shinobu said was like, "You're a splendid young man." He's like, "Splendid!" And he goes into his dragon form, popping out of Yamato's shirt.
Yeah. And Yamato is like, yo, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, like, because they haven't seen it. He's been in his human form the whole time.
Well, yeah, but I'm surprised Yamato's like that when it's kind of like, yo, you've seen your father. He's a little dragon. Come on. And she's like, oh, what? An eel? Come on.
Yeah.
It makes kind of sense, to be honest. Why she said an eel, because if you really think about it, that you're not gonna see 2 Zoan fruits. Right? They're gonna be 1 Zoan fruit, different animals. So she's not gonna jump to it's a dragon because she knows that her father has that fruit.
Yeah.
And transform into a dragon. Just seeing that probably
it's like the same type of dragon.
I feel like it's more of a, oh, he's so small. It's not really a dragon. It's more of like an eel. You know, she can only imagine like big ass dragons. Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so with Momonosuke now in his dragon form, right?
Yeah.
In the past, every time he's been a dragon, he was stuck as a dragon for a while, because he couldn't figure out how to turn back until he calmed down. So, I'm thinking this is going to be enough time for them to keep running around, and they're going to get to the rooftop, and I really want Kaido to see Momo in his dragon form. I want to know his reaction.
Yeah, I want to see the reaction as well. And hopefully Yamato is going to be there as well to fight her dad. Because I really want to see that as well. But anybody want to ask?
Speaking of what Brandon said, of like Yamato not thinking it's a dragon because there's already a dragon fruit, her father has it.
Yeah.
Well, this next page...
Yeah, next page is basically like in the room where the CP0 are. The main guy is basically talking about once back in the days when Kaido was captured. In one of the times they captured him, Vegapunk used his lineage factor to synthesize an artificial devil fruit, and that devil fruit was seen as a mistake, as a failure. And it was left back on Punk Hazard. But after everything that happened on Punk Hazard, like the whole massive explosion, most of the laboratory used by Caesar is blown up, it's destroyed. But there was like one fucking facility that is still functional. And they were thinking, oh, what if the devil fruit there survived and it was taken by someone? And someone has an artificial like devil fruit based on Kaido, which is kind of like hyping it up.
Thinking, it's fortunate that experiment was a failure.
Yeah, but why would it be fortunate? Something is hyping up Momonosuke. Like Momonosuke is gonna do something hype.
I was thinking the same thing when I read that. Like, there's like foreshadowing to something, because I was thinking maybe. Unlike different fruits, maybe the dragon fruit's a little different. Since they're like a mystical, we have to take into consideration it does have different factors. Maybe from the moment they consume it, it's like a weak dragon, and the user has to build it up little by little. So we didn't see Kaido.
Maybe he has to like awaken, not like an awakened fruit, but just like awaken the latent power.
It's more. I have like a better way of like defining it. It's more like Pokemon, to put an example here. Like, you're gonna be level 5, and you're gonna have to level up, in other words, so you like evolve.
You gotta evolve.
I tend to see it as that maybe Momo has to train, practice that fruit. Maybe everyone thought it was failure because at the same time maybe they thought, no, if someone eats this, they're gonna turn to like a small dragon. But what they don't know, that's the effect of a normal fruit that they have to start to get stronger.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, another thing this kind of confirms, which I assume a lot of people have like thought this for ages without any confirmation because it was kind of obvious. The artificial fruit Vegapunk made that Momo ate is separate to a smile. They are not the same thing. They are both artificial fruits, but it is not a smile. This, like it said, Vegapunk used his lineage factor to synthesize the fruit from Kaido. So this would have bits of Kaido's fucking DNA and the abilities of his fruit that he ate.
Yo?
Hello, birthday boy.
Yo.
Yo.
Anyways,
you want to say anything about artificial fruits, Richardson?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, very, very based, very, very cool. I agree with that.
Cool. Yes. Yeah, just to wrap up my point. Yeah, so with Vegapunk's idea of the artificial fruits, he's making kind of a copy from devil fruit users, while Smiles that Caesar came up with, they're more up. Richardson, I swear to God, stop being a duck.
This man is a duck.
Yeah. Caesar's Smiles, they're more like a random just animal. There's no.
It's kind of like a bootleg version.
Uses DNA, put it in.
Yep.
Yeah. Because like, I feel like Momo definitely has some Kaido in him now because of this fucking artificial fruit. While say a wolf smile user, you wouldn't say this fucking bits of Jabra. It's just a random ass wolf. It's not even from a devil fruit.
Yeah. I mean, this is why the artificial devil fruit by Vegapunk is a bit better than Smiles. But it's still not as good as a real devil fruit.
But now I'm thinking that, like, because they're so different, could Vegapunk's version of the artificial devil fruits, would you be able to turn into a hybrid form? Because with regular Smiles, you just get the one thing and you're done.
Yeah. Well, it is deemed as a failure.
Would be cool.
It is deemed as a failure though, but why would it be deemed as a failure?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a cover-up.
Maybe Vegapunk knew that this would like usher a new era of like destruction
and
war.
That reminds me. I talked about it with Bonner Clay last night, and I can't remember who was there with me, but I thought of the reason Vegapunk made this fruit originally, failure or not, like his original idea behind it, was probably to come up with a way to actually kill Kaido.
Yeah, maybe. That's
like it'd be like a clone of Kaido versus Kaido, and then they fight each other to the death, and then the Marines benefit.
Yep.
The guys just take his other fruit and it's balanced.
Yeah, or give it to like a strong like admiral level or at least vice admiral level person with no devil fruit. So, you know, he can match Kaido. But I feel like Vegapunk called it a failure just because he realized that if the experiment is actually a success, it will like usher a fucking new era. Like it would become something really dangerous.
I don't want to make another monster.
Yeah.
I still have this idea that maybe Vegapunk can be part of the revolutionary army. Now, if I let them know that we can actually make fruit, and they're gonna make us like produce like 20 of them, they're gonna have like 20 Kaidos in their group. Well, not Kaidos, we know they're gonna be weaker. Okay. I just tell them, that's not true. It's not gonna work.
You know how you said like, oh, maybe it's not a failure and he just needs to level up.
Yeah.
What if it is a failure, but Vegapunk made a successful one and hid it from the Marines. So
That
it would
could be
be
an idea.
either his own faction or the Revolutionary Army, like, you know, whoever he's actually secretly working for, because I doubt he's full on in the Marine.
Yeah, I don't think he's he's a revolutionary, but I think he's like a good person, and he probably joined the Marines because he thought he was gonna be doing good, you know, make people like feel safe, you know, shit like that. But then some of the shit he had to work on was kind of sketchy, and he realized it would be dangerous for the general population to release such things. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Originally, I thought Vegapunk, nah, he's not good or evil. He just wants to do whatever in the name of science. But then, like, I remembered how he let Kuma defend the Thousand Sunny for the time skip.
Yeah.
If he was truly neutral, would he have let Kuma do that?
Yeah.
Even we don't
'Cause
know.
he's
Maybe he
neutral.
owes a debt to him. That can be something also. Maybe he didn't care. He's like, nah, I owe something to Kuma, so I'm gonna let him fulfill his debt.
Yeah, it's a person's last wish who like volunteered to be your like pet rabbit, or you know, become a cyborg. So he was like,
Yeah, it could
you
be
know,
like that.
fuck it.
Like, okay, you can do your one thing, and then I'm gonna fuck up your body in the name of science.
Yeah, man, yeah, because someone had to do it. And to be honest, if you think about it, if artificial fruits were released, they could like fall into the hands of anybody. Really, I mean, even if it was a Marine, he could go evil, while a pacifista is a robot, and they could like program it and control it.
Yeah, because weapons can eat devil fruits, so
yeah, but then anybody
mass
could
produce some artificial fruits and just give them to regular swords and guns, and then you could like power up an entire army.
Yeah, but at the same time, that could be used by anybody. So, like, a pirate can punch the fucking Marine and take his weapon and has a fucking strong-ass fake devil fruit.
Like,
or like...
with Caesar's smiles that he was making, the Doflamingo,
yeah.
that was all hush-hush underground, and they were only selling it Kaido.
Yep.
If Vegapunk's artificial fruits were made to the public and mass-produced,
I mean, it would be sold to the
like,
Marines.
there'd be like 50 people per town, each with a devil fruit.
I mean, it would be sold to the Marines, pretty much.
Yeah, but like eventually, it would like go to the public because, you know, pirates exist. Pirates would loot the Marines.
Yeah. Kind of surprised that nobody looted the smile provisions of Kaido, but I guess everybody was scared, or you know, there was enough protection.
And Sanji eat it, and they just become pleasures.
That suck.
Every time they're arguing, like with their shitty rivalry, they just like start laughing at each other. It's like, oh, you're so funny.
Yeah. But I guess enough stalling. I think we should go to the meat of the chapter.
The final 2 chapters.
What are you talking about? We already spoke about the meat. You're saying chopper. Like, the rest is filler now.
Okay, the next part is the dessert. Potatoes. It's the dessert, boys. It's the dessert, boys. And next page we have the Red Scabbards, who are back on their feet now. And they're like, yo, who treated our wounds? And
Kawamatsu is like, oh, I saw a familiar face, but it had to be a dream. There's no way it was real.
Yeah, come on. Kawamatsu cannot believe it. He cannot believe something. Like the person who healed them, he cannot believe that that's that person. Or whoever it is. And then we hear like Kinemon like talk about Luffy, who like he stepped up to fight Kaido in our stead. But the rest of the island is still at war. Like, we have to go and like help somewhere else, you know? And then a shadowy figure opens the door to the room. And this shadowy figure is like, yo, you guys look like you've taken a beating. And that shadowy figure is quite fucking familiar. And then the last page hits. And
I was
oh
hoping our
boy.
paths would cross again. You've all aged quite a bit. Wahahaha.
It sure as hell ain't Kiori, cause this man has the muscliest arms.
The most chaddest character of all of One Piece.
He should have
Foxy.
been dead. Should have been dead. How is he alive? How is he alive?
How is he here?
But
This
we
can't
see.
be real.
And the red scabbards are like, huh? They cannot believe their eyes.
And with a teary-eyed Kinemon, he says,
Odin-sama. Yep.
"Mm,
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Odin,
it's fucking Odin!
back from the dead, zombie Odin, but he doesn't look like a zombie. He looks
Odin.
really healthy. But
Yeah.
it's Odin. How?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So you guys want to
talk
talk
about
about your
chapter
theory?
before
Nah,
we
nah,
go
nah.
into the theories?
Yeah, before the theories, let's rate the chapter.
Rate the chapter. Mr.
Okay.
Host, you
Yeah,
go
yeah.
first.
Actually, I'd like Brandon to go first.
Oh,
Okay. To be honest, I know a lot of people don't really like the whole chopper thing. I heard a couple of reviews also, like Morge and a few other people are like, no, like, you care about chopper.
Really?
I do. And I give it a 9 out of 10. Love the chapter, to be honest.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yes, good chapter.
The Dolphin dude.
Okay. I really like this chapter, but I don't think I liked it as much as the last chapter. That shit was very cool with Marco flexing in Hyogoro. But I did love Chopper actually being a Chad after it's been so long. And then that big reveal at the end. I'm gonna have to go 8.5.
Okay, yeah, quite respectful. And now me, Yuen. It's really hard. I gotta say, this chapter would have gotten a 10, but I feel like the first few pages were kind of like... there was a few pages that were a bit too fucking dialogue heavy, and we could have seen something else, you know?
Yeah.
And if we saw something else, just as hype as Chopper doing his stuff, just as hype as Odin, then this chapter would have been a 10 off the bat. But since we have a little fluff, I'd say either 8.5 or a 9, because, you know, Chopper has finally done something. It was hype.
I'm gonna change mine to a 9.
Yeah,
just because
I'll say a 9 as
just
well.
because of the Vegapunk artificial stuff. That shit was nice. I like confirmation and spreading more theories.
I mean, I think that was already confirmed by Caesar, because Caesar was like, oh yeah, that fruit was made by Vegapunk, and I'm just basing my research on it. Because I remember.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that.
I knew there was a difference.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
like there was no solid confirmation. From what Caesar said, it could have been taken of like, oh, it's the same thing, it's just a little bit shitter. But no, they're actually two different things.
It was quite
And one is
shitter.
shitter.
It was quite
no,
shitter.
it's still shit. It's still shit. But now there's a clear distinction between them.
I mean, to be honest, it's very visually like present that in Vegapunk's case, you can transform into the whole animal and switch back, but it's really hard to control it. While in the Smile's case, it was like you become kind of like an animal appears from like a body part, or you become half an animal and you cannot switch. And
I mean, there's one character that can switch, and that's Sheep's Head. He could turn his arms into the goat horns and then turn it back to arms.
And we never see him again.
I think it's like a retcon Oda did. He was like, no, I want him to be permanent. It's more funny this way. But it could still be that if you have the smile for long enough, you could turn it on and off, maybe.
Maybe, or if you have enough control, but I don't know. We haven't seen it yet, so
We haven't. We've only seen the one.
And you could argue that was back when Oda was still like not sure if like he would have liked to.
Oh yeah, this was like what, halfway through Zoe or something.
Yeah, that's like the first time we see a smile, I guess.
Yeah.
So
And then we go into the whole cake, and then the beginning of Wano, and then you could see Oda actually flesh it out more.
Yep. But I guess we rated the chapter, so let's get
Okay,
on with
lines
the
across
theories.
the boards.
Yep.
Okay, so I have 6 possible theories on who or why Odin is there.
Okay.
If you want, I can
6.
list them
Nah,
off,
nah, nah.
and you guys can tell me which one you liked the most and which one you hated.
I reckon should we do it like everybody says one theory and then we can like say the others, or like, you know.
I mean, like, the 6 I got, one of them I got from you, Yuen.
Yeah, I know it's probably like those 6 are basically things we've all thought about.
Yeah.
Or like.
Okay. All right, fine. You guys say yours, and then I'll fill in the rest.
Okay, then I guess maybe I should start this one. And my theory is that this is the fox on the bridge. If you remember back when Zoro fought Oniwabashi. No, wait. One Piece versus bridge guy. Like the bridge guy that was like stealing the swords. Yeah. Onimaru. His name was Onimaru, and he was actually a fox that could transform into a human. So I'm thinking this is that fox. And since the last time we saw Hiyori, she was with the fox, from what I remember.
So Hiyori could have mended their wounds?
Yeah, Hiyori like mended their wounds, and then the fox appeared like in the shape of Odin. And
the boost morale before they go back up.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's my theory. I mean, it's a 9-tailed fox. It can shapeshift. I think in like mythology or like in legends, 9-tailed foxes could shift into different or like foxes in general could shift their fucking like faces and stuff. So yeah, that's my theory.
Brando.
Brandon, go. Okay.
Okay, so I have 2 in mind. I'm not sure if I can share them. One is not even a theory. One is just like a concept that just hopped in, and the other one just also. What should be different theories, to be honest? Just speculation at this point.
Yeah.
First one here, I heard it already. Katarina Devon. That this is her.
Oh, yes.
Just to just mention it here, I don't think it makes no sense at all that she'd be here. Nor why did she
I have extra points for that, but continue.
Alright, perfect. Oh, you can share that in a little. I just thought that there's like no like direct connection. Like, how do the Blackbeard pirates know the connection between Odin and Scabbards? It's like something like so unusual. And out of all places, why would she be there?
Oh,
she either done something different, but.
Well, I'll tell you how Blackbeard knows. Because Blackbeard was on the Whitebeard Pirates crew, where Odin was as well.
He met Odin.
Yeah.
I always had this idea that they have to have like a visual presentation. Like, how does this person look? Something like Bon Clay.
Bon Clay needs to touch the target, but we're not sure.
I just assume it's similar.
With Katarina Devon, we don't know that much because we've only seen it the once.
Yeah, we've only seen it once, and the person she transformed into
assumption
was already dead.
My assumption is you don't need to touch, you just need to see, and there was bounty posters of Odin because he was a 2nd Division commander.
That just hopped in my mind right now, the bounty posters, so that does make a little sense, but still, the whole that out of all places she's gonna be like there, just I don't know. It seems a little too. No, but you gotta get the bump there.
Add a little bit to that before you say your second one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to get more insight on like why this could be possible. I'm not saying this is my favorite one, but like there is little things. So, like Yuen said, Blackbeard met fucking Odin, so he would know. The last time we saw Blackbeard, he wants to go after that thing. We don't know what that thing is. So if that thing is connected to Wano, it could be talking about Kaido's poneglyph.
Or Kaido's devil fruit.
or Kaido's Devil Fruit. Yes, that was going to be another point because he has like the strongest Logia in theory, the strongest Paramecia Whitebeard had. He's going to want the strongest Zoan. But that Zoan could be Kaido's, it could be Orochi's, or it could even be Bloody Marco's.
I doubt it.
Possibilities.
I doubt it's gonna be Orochi's.
Yeah, he doesn't. He probably doesn't know Orochi exists. Yeah, but yeah. So Blackbeard could be in here for the Poneglyph or the Devil Fruit. He knew Odin, so like showed a bounty poster to Katarina. Helped the Scabbards out, so he could probably get the Scabbards to join his side because they're powerful. And then another thing is, this popped in my head, Lafitte. He could be one of the Cypher Pole Aegis Zero's members that we've seen. He's
nah.
like I know we've seen all the ones we've seen in Wano. We have seen in like Dressrosa and stuff. But what if Lafitte beat one of them and disguised in their mask and clothes?
I mean, he could have disguised as mask and like clothes, but
that's
I
just
think
like a possibility.
It is a possibility, but I don't know. It would have happened off screen. So
yeah, exactly. A lot of Blackbeard stuff is off screen anyway. So
yeah, but at least we would have had a panel of like them walking somewhere, like passing through a hallway or something that someone could grab him.
Nah, that would be that'd be too obvious. Too obvious. It's got to be like if it is.
Yeah, but there is no.
It's got to be so low key that you're gonna get this big fucking shock, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, but then there's no clues left, and Oda likes to leave clues. So I kind of, I don't know. This is really, it could happen, but it's really far-fetched.
It's too
convenient.
How would it happen?
The Lafitte thing is just like, I don't know, 1% chance.
Yeah.
But with the whole Blackbeard wanting a Poneglyph or a Devil Fruit, Katarina can transform.
Yeah.
And like Blackbeard knew Odin, and like Odin probably talked about the fucking Scabbards while they were there. Back in the day.
Most likely, and I'm pretty sure Blackbeard also knows Nekomamushi and Inuarashi, at least when they were younger.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. And
Izo.
Izo as well. Izo was on the Whitebeard Pirates.
Yeah.
They knew each other for fucking years.
Yep.
But yeah, alright, you can continue, Brandon. That was my extra points for your Katarina.
Oh yeah, I want to add another thing. Since Blackbeard mentions that thing, and Kaido is like mentioned to be a creature, like it makes sense that he doesn't like call it, oh, we're gonna go after him, and it says thing. You know, because Kaido isn't really human, I guess, somehow.
Plus, how much of a shocker would that be? Say everyone's almost dead. They just managed to beat Kaido, and maybe Big Mom's either defeated as well, or she fled.
Yeah.
And then fuck.
Yeah, but it would be like kind of like how Marineford ended, and it would be like I think too similar, and I hope, in a sense, I hope
okay
that.
With it, to be honest, because Wano itself is full of throwbacks to previous arcs.
Yeah, that's true. That is, yeah.
Full of
it's
different arcs as well. Like you got Thriller Bark, you got was it Alabaster, just with the hot spring scene itself. There's other things, but like Baroque Works is kind of similar to the Beast Pirates as well. Callbacks to Dressrosa.
Yeah.
Callback to
Park.
But I feel like this is gonna be.
Obvious.
Oda likes to like make shit happen, like make
like,
shit happens that is like.
Payoff.
Yeah, but it's kind of like Oda's writing is like, oh, he makes something that nobody fucking thinks of, and I think like everybody's gonna think of the first thing they'll think of is like, oh, Blackbeard will come at the end of the arc and take the fruit. But what if Blackbeard actually doesn't take his fruit, but goes and takes something else, which is really important, but we can't think of it right now because it's like we're focused on Wano, but maybe it's somewhere else, and he does something like really fucking crazy.
Like
you guys are dumb. I have the answer.
The popular theories that I've seen since that chapter dropped on Blackbeard saying the thing is gonna be, oh, he thinks Sabo is dead. Let's go get the flare fruit, right?
Yeah.
And then another is, yo, you found out Big Mom's not even in Whole Cake Island anymore. Let's go raid that shit, boys, and get her poneglyph.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
You
like,
got
those
to
are the
know.
two big ones I've seen.
Oh,
Like,
Blackbeard's actually after Jack. The punishment. The madness first.
But yeah, like, yeah, I think the most popular one is the Whole Cake Island assault. Like, while Wano is happening,
Yeah.
Katakuri is fighting Blackbeard right now and getting his ass ate.
Yeah. That's like the most popular. But if Katarina is here, then that means Blackbeard would be in Wano and not in... Unless he's coming here from Whole Cake after defeating
Ooh,
Katakuri
yeah, like it was like an
and
easy
takes the
slap.
second fucking poneglyph. The second road
Because, like, yeah,
poneglyph.
he has 10 Titanic captains, and himself, and his allied captains, like Pinkbeard, right?
Yeah.
Against just, like, what, Katakuri, maybe Cracker, maybe Snack,
Yeah. Yeah,
and then,
pretty
like,
much.
a bunch of weak fodder Big Mom families.
Yeah. I feel like
Like,
it's gonna be more epic
more-
if like Blackbeard himself went there, took the poneglyph, beat Katakuri, and then went to Wano. And like
And all his
he's
boys
like,
were already there.
yep. Nah. I mean, with the whole crew, he went to Wano. He went to Whole Cake, beat everybody. Then with the whole crew came to Wano. Like that'd be epic.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that'd be really cool. Because I feel like Blackbeard needs to do something really big to like.
Yeah, he hasn't done anything big and crazy.
Yeah.
Like I would say, technically since
Marineford.
the payback war against Marco, but yeah, that was off screen. So Marineford.
I guess attacking the Revolutionary Army was kind of big because he took a bunch of weapons. He took a bunch of
That was
provisions
even
from there.
more off screen than the payback war.
Yeah,
Because
but
we literally see nothing.
it was like
happened either.
nah, but we saw like what happened after, like once the Marines like landed on the ship. And what is the reason for Blackbeard to attack revolutionaries who are kind of like a third party that didn't even care about him? Like he probably either took information
Monkey
of
D-
something.
No, Monkey D. Dragon is not his real name.
What's his name?
It's Rox D. Dragon.
Okay,
He was
okay,
adopted.
bro. Yeah.
And he's
He's the brother of
Blackbeard's
Blackbeard.
brother.
Yep.
Luffy's real parents are Garp and Dadan.
Nah. Actually, Blackbeard is Luffy's dad.
Nah. Nah, that's why they had that moment at Jaya. With his father-son things.
Yep.
Don't give up on your dreams, son.
Yep.
This one like My Hero Academia. When we find out, we see Blackbeard. I'm here for revenge, father, and we see Garp there. Like, I'm seeing you now, son. Not Marshall D
Yeah.
teaches. Monkey D teach.
Monkey D. Teach.
I also wanna mention another thing is that we got a mention of the weapons, of the ancient weapons by Big Mom and Kaido. So maybe that thing that Blackbeard was searching for all along and attacked the revolutionaries for is information of the ancient weapons. And maybe he found one of them, or like information about one of them, and then went after it and maybe took it. Or like we'll learn that he took something at the end of the arc.
Yo.
And if you remember, my mud boy, I forgot his name, the dude with
Karibo.
the mud, yeah, Karibo.
Oh.
He still hasn't leaked the secret of the Poseidon, like, cause he knows Shirahoshi is an ancient weapon, and we thought he would leak it to Big Mom or Big Mom and Kaido. But he actually hasn't spoken about anything. So maybe after this war, he goes and joins Blackbeard and tells him.
Yeah. Picture this, right? He just gets to Whole Cake Island, beats the fuck out of Katakuri, yoinks the Poneglyph, yoinks Pudding, just in case, goes to Wano, yoinks a bunch of shit like fruits and Poneglyphs, yoinks Robin, and then Karibo, like you said, is like, "Oi, bruv, I got information. Can you please get me out of here?"
Yeah.
And then he joins the crew. So he has Robin, he has Karibo, he has Pudding, he has all these poneglyphs. He was ready to go to fucking Laugh Tale.
Yep. I mean, we don't know if he has any poneglyphs, so... I mean, at least rogue poneglyphs. We know he has 0, because one is with Kaido, one is with Big Mom, the other is in Zou, and nobody knew about it. So there's only one he could potentially have.
Okay, so yeah, that's cool actually. So Kaido and Big Mom, their plan was to team up so they can get all the ancient weapons. So what if that was just like, oh okay, here's this plot point, and then what actually happens is Blackbeard gets the plot point.
Yeah,
he's the one that gets the ancient weapon.
Or at least one of them. I think like he'll get one of them. And
yeah, definitely.
I wanna add to that we know from Madame Charlie that Luffy will come back to like Fishman Island and destroy it. So maybe if Blackbeard learns that Shirahoshi is like Poseidon, he goes to Fishman Island, and this is the reason why Luffy has to go there and stop him. But in the fucking fight, they destroy Fishman Island.
You have to destroy the island to stop Black something.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Anyways, so we kind of drifted off
went on that
Odin.
Red for a while.
Yeah.
Brando, you said you had a second idea for Odin?
Idea that maybe what we're seeing here is actually is Odin, but like his spirit. Like throughout the whole story.
This was
throughout the whole chat we hear. I was like, you gonna say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say this was Old Impo's theory as well.
Yeah, whoever that guy is, we've never had him on the stream.
He rocked up twice in snow.
Yeah, he could never make it.
Idea that maybe when it comes to Odin, we hear like a bunch of things like, is that the will of Odin? Is that the power of Odin? It's the spirit of Odin. So there's like I don't have like a huge theory behind it, but maybe the possibility that it's just like Odin's spirit that's still lurking around and just letting them know, hey guys, I'm still here. I believe in you guys. You guys can do it. Maybe give like a little pep talk, motivational speech. And maybe after he gives like his message, like his spirit disappears, and then Kyo reappears out of nowhere. Oh, you guys are better now. Great. I was like keeping an eye out.
Yeah. So what Hippo said. So the reason they're seeing the spirit is because they're on the edge of death, and it's like they're actually seeing the spirit. Whether the spirit is actually there or a part of their fucking imagination, because they're all fucking half dead, it would be some like JoJo's Baki shit.
Yeah, where they go to like almost at heaven, or like they're near the heavens.
Yeah.
But
because there is a mist. There's like a little fog or something, a bit of smoke in the room when Odin appears.
But at the same time, I feel like if they were kind of like having a almost death kind of experience, like dying experience, they wouldn't see Odin inside the fucking room, or like, because the background would have been something else, like maybe the heavens or like a void, or somewhere else.
I forget which religion, but
probably Buddhism.
It's a big it's a big thing of heaven isn't a bunch of white clouds and angels floating around. Heaven is your ideal heaven. So maybe their ideal heaven was just to be with Odin.
Yeah, Odin walking up to them.
Yeah, that's their heaven.
Maybe, I mean...
The chapter is probably gonna be like, Odin, you're still alive? Like, nah, you guys are dead. What are you talking about? I'm alive.
And it'd be like Akiyasu and his brother when he died in part 4 and then came back because he was like too dumb to actually die. And his brother just told him like, hey, fuck up, you're not ready.
Are you being
Odin
too dumb to die?
them and they wake up.
Yeah. Well, that's one theory, I guess.
Okay.
You got anything to add
So,
to it? Or?
Yeah. No, I don't have much to add to that.
Okay,
there's one thing I do want to mention. I'm not sure if that's an issue.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to debunk quickly, just because I hear a lot of people, like bringing it up. Like the first thing I heard people mention is that, hey, look at this. Odin appeared out of nowhere. That's the old lady, from the flashback. I'm like, no, she's dead. Like,
No,
yeah,
that's
you
so
don't.
fucking stupid. Like,
No, it's stupid because here's
Bon
the thing.
Clay exists.
Exactly. I think I was about to bring up. I hear people,
How is it
oh, did you
not
see a body?
ready?
Like, no, but we saw that somebody else has her fruit. So it's like, what makes you think she's alive? Like, it just makes no sense at all. So the right then, it's I was say it was Bone and Clay. It's
It's
Bon,
Monaco.
it's Bone Clay. Like, doesn't make sense either because one,
Okay,
Bone Clay never
so
Odin before.
with alright, so I got a little bit for the Bon Clay, right? To try and explain how. Because, you know, like, with Bon Clay and his devil fruit, he has to touch you, right?
Yep.
And Odin's been dead for like 20 years, so how did he touch you?
Yeah.
Okay, so if it is Bon Clay, that means he can transform into people the past users of his fruit have transformed into. And
Maybe
the old
like an
lady had
awakening?
transformed into Odin. Yeah, kind of, maybe. Because like we see in the Odin flashback, the old hag did transform into Odin, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's...
Yeah. So because she transformed into Odin, Bon Clay can transform into Odin, right?
Yeah, that's an explanation why he would appear like that, but
Yeah.
why would he actually, like, how
Why
does
is
he
he
know of
here?
the red scabbards?
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. I don't really have any fucking explanation for that because I have no fucking idea. But a little point I do want to bring up is the previous user of Barto's fruit and Bon Clay's fruit. They both came from Wano. Bon
Yep.
Clay and Bartolomeo, they were both from the East Blue. What does I want to know, what is this weird connection? How did the fruits get to the East Blue? What does the East Blue have to do with Wano?
I
So-
mean, we do also see Zoro's
It's not
master,
really an
who was from
explanation.
Wano. and
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
kinda-
Zoro's master. Yeah.
So it seems like people who like
That
leave
carpenter
Wano.
in Wano, that carpenter in Wano, he has a brother at Logtown
Yep.
that Frankie worked for in Wano.
Yeah.
So like there's this weird connection between the East Blue and Wano because there's like these little things. So
It's kinda
it'd
like
be, I don't
when-
know how they would do it, but if it links back, so Bon Clay comes to Wano out of some his own reasoning or some test of fate because he's like, yo, I know Luffy's there, Wano big, I know I have to be here right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that probably like the favorite destination of like Wano refugees is East Blue. I don't know why. I mean, it's kind of like
It's the weakest country, we'll be safe.
Yep. Nobody gonna touch
Yeah.
us there.
And then final little thing for Bon Clay, if he does come, wouldn't he have an army of Okama as reinforcements?
Yep. And how would he escape Impel down? Like, that has
Yo,
to be
Magellan
explained.
and Hannibal, they joined him. They're now
No,
Okamas.
no.
Hannibal and Magellan are an open relationship.
Yeah, so Bon Clay appearing as Olen on paper, I guess not even on paper, like on first look it makes sense, but when you think about it, it kind of falls apart.
Yeah, there's a lot of things wrong with it,
Yeah.
but I would love it just because it's Bon Clay. I miss
Oh
my
yeah,
man.
yeah. If Oda
But
can
it
spin it in
makes,
some cool
like-
way, yeah. But
Yeah, it makes as little sense, maybe a bit more, as a Nell being the one that fucking saved the scabbards. You know,
yeah.
there's not much reasoning, but it would be cool.
Okay, next
Yeah.
theory, I guess. Unless you wanna
Okay.
add to it.
Okay, so I have. Okay, I'll bring up. Okay, I'll bring up the bloody Toki future thing. Okay, so that panel Yuen sent me, and then like people sent it around our group chat.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it actually and show it to the people.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Show it for the stream. But yeah, Toki and Odin, they're meeting in the prison before he has to go boil. And one of the main lines that stuck with me is like what actually wait, fuck, it didn't stick with me because I can't remember. It was something like, I'll see you in 20 years, right? Or look into the future of 20 years. It was like,
Yeah. Let me find it and I'll tell you just exactly what it was. Because it was shared,
Yeah.
I remember it was shared like...
yeah.
maybe today or
So
yesterday.
the theory behind this is Toki sent Odin to the future. But that means who was being boiled? I've seen some people say the old hag was being boiled and she was actually never shot by Kaido.
Mm,
That's kind of dumb. Another
yeah.
theory is it was Kanjuro's drawing being boiled. That's
Yep.
kind of dumb as well,
Yeah, I
because
doubt
how
it.
would a drawing survive that? So I
Yeah.
came to this theory that's added to the theory I'm talking about. What if Toki could not only send people into the future, but make it temporary so they come back?
How?
So she sends
That-
Odin. No, it's like a you know how like most devil fruit users, they do this thing with their fruit, but they can use it in different ways. Classic example, you got Luffy. He's just a rubber boy, but he could also stretch his blood and bones and muscles, right?
Yeah.
So if she has more control over her time power and she can like pick and choose things, she sends Odin to the future. That he has his pep talk with the fucking scabbards, assuming they would be there, assuming they would fucking fail or something. He says, you know, his advice and pep talk, and then he comes back. And to Toki, he's only been gone for half a second, but to Odin, he was there for like 5-10 minutes talking to the boys.
Oh, I see
He
what you
comes back from
mean.
the future. Yeah, he comes back from the future, and then he gets boiled, and he's carrying
Executed. Yep.
his scabbards. He can't let them die because he's seen the future. He's been there.
Yeah.
This is the future on his shoulders.
Yep. And I found the panel and put it on the stream. So Toki said, "Look ahead, my dear Odin, 20 years into the future."
Yeah, that's the quote.
Yep.
Yeah. So I kind of like this idea of Toki temporarily sending someone to the future.
Yeah, for
Because
anybody
then
who didn't get
that
it,
means
for anybody that didn't get it, he basically, that Dolphin dude basically said, Toki takes Odin before his execution, sends him for the future for like an hour, or like, so he can like be there to see like Kaido fucking defeated, or like see the scabbards, or whatever. And then he comes back and gets executed.
that's what I said.
Yeah, but I just wanna fucking, like, if anybody
Yeah, you
didn't get that.
summarized it because I took a roundabout way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I like this just because it works thematically, kind of like with the whole Odin carrying the future when he's being boiled.
Yep.
It means Toki can do more shit than just send people to the future. Because I don't like devil fruits that do just this one set in stone thing. I like when the user can bend their powers around to do sub things. Like, again, with Luffy stretching his blood cells and bones and muscles.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, if this theory is correct, I just wanna see like during Raftel, Roger appearing alive, talking with Luffy for a bit before he gets sent back and executed.
That'd be funny. She just sent loads of people temporary to the future just to fuck with them.
Yeah.
Like Luffy gets to the One Piece, and then Roger and Joy Boy appear.
Yeah.
Okay. Now my final one, because you guys mentioned the other ones, and I've added extra points to that.
Yeah.
Kanjuro is still alive. He's hiding around the corner because he's the one that actually helped revive them. And Odin is one of his drawings to boost morale. And with this theory, okay, so Kanjuro was actually friends with them. He just has he put Orochi's orders priority number 1.
Yeah, but now Orochi's dead, so
Yeah, Orochi's dead. Man feels guilty. Man wants
Yeah.
to help. But he
Yeah.
can't just go up to them. They might try and fucking kill him again.
Yep.
So this idea is that, he patched him up, waited for him to wake up, he drew Odin, boosted their morale. Now that their morale's boosted, they can go fight Kaido with the super.
Or fight someone else like Jack or something, I don't know.
Yeah, yes.
But yeah, I think
Oh,
that's...
and
Yeah?
just a little added thing, because we haven't really seen how long his good drawings last. We've seen
Yeah.
how long the shit drawings last. That's like a couple of minutes, man. What if that drawing of Odin goes with the scabbards? They reach the rooftop. Kaido sees the drawing of Odin and has a fucking PTSD flashback, giving them an opening to attack.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. So that's all I got to say about the Kanjuro stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to add to the Kanjuro. Maybe it's not that... maybe he had a change of heart. Maybe it's not like, after he got defeated by his friends who were kind of like... I mean, I don't remember if they were crying after killing him. I think...
Oh yeah, they were crying.
Yeah, they were
Yeah, they
crying,
were.
Especially
so...
Kiku.
Maybe he had some feelings as well, even though he played like, oh, I'm evil, I never treated you like friends. Maybe deep down inside, they were his friends, and
Like,
he has a change of heart after getting defeated.
He is an actor. That was his
Yeah.
thing when Orochi found him. So it could have been he was playing the role. Not only he was playing the role as their friend, but he was playing the role of a bad guy. Something simple like that.
Yeah.
He knew what a villain would say and do, so he did that, even if he didn't actually believe in it.
I feel like...
Maybe not now that he's dead. He's like, no, my shackles are released. I can do what I want, and let's see if I can just give him like that little boost of morality there.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like it's more like, back then it was kind of like he was acting with everyone, even like...
Yeah, everyone.
He was
everyone,
basically
even
lying to himself. But now that Orochi's
Yeah, and
dead
himself.
and he's defeated, then he can be
Yeah,
like,
so-
yo, this is the real me, and I want to help my friends.
And then this could be a big character thing for him, because say during the end of Wano and post Wano, his whole thing would be two things. He'd be trying to find his own self, because he's only been playing the role of other things this whole time. He would want to become his own person. And then a second point would be like redemption. Because he played the villain, because he was selling secrets to Orochi the whole time. He wants to be forgiven.
He'll be redeemed.
Yes.
Well,
So like that, I like that.
yeah.
Because he kind of just got off screen, everyone cried, and then Izo and Kinemon had that epic handshake. Let's move on. I don't think the off-screen death works.
I feel like we should have gotten a bit more from the whole traitor plot, and it was basically like, oh, it's done now.
Like, I wanted to see how each of the scabbards reacted, but they all kind of went, "You bastard," and then he died, and then everyone was sad, and then they moved on.
Yeah.
So, I like the idea that he's not actually dead.
Yeah. Maybe like deeply hurt, but still alive.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
so
maybe
I guess...
maybe the one that got cut down was a drawing. That was just a drawing of Kanjuro.
Maybe, you never know with those drawings. But yeah, I want to add another theory, and it's not a really... It doesn't make too much sense, but here's the theory. So basically, Odin gets shot by Kaido, but he's a Chad and he pretends to play dead, he's swimming in the oil, full body, like with a gunshot. And then they like...
Yeah, the oil doesn't phase him.
He doesn't care. Like, he's a Chad, hacky Chad, just laying there waiting for his moment. They basically like take his body out of the oil or whatever, to fucking, I don't know, fucking put him in a grave or something. But then he like defeats the people, like, because it was some father probably carrying him. He defeats them. Then he goes to Toki before like the whole shit with the castle burning happens. And he's like, yo, Toki, send me in the future 20 years. And she's like, okay, mate, sends him in the future. And this is the real life Olden.
So,
yeah.
Okay. That is a possibility. I don't know how much percent But it could
0.1%.
happen.
He's too much of a
Yeah.
Chad to
Not
die.
implying Odin is such a Chad. The oil didn't boil him,
Yep.
and the gunshot just like tinted off his forehead.
Yep.
And then he just rested in the fucking boiling water until he got carried away. And he's like, "Alright, I'm fucking fine. That was a cool hot bath."
Yeah, now for 20 years in the future.
Alright, Alright, so I'll list off the ones we said. Alright, so the fox from the bridge
Yeah.
with maybe Hiyori.
Yep.
Katarina Devan with maybe the Blackbeard's already in Wano.
Best waifu.
Yep.
Bon Clay and maybe his army of Okama.
Yep.
Scabbard's half dead and they're seeing some spirit bullshit.
Yep.
Toki doing the temporary future send, so he comes back.
Yep.
Kanjuro is alive and he drew Odin.
Yep.
And finally, what Yuen just said.
Oh, then it's just alive.
Odin survived the boiling and then got sent to the future. So that's actually him. So with those are the 7. How about we all pick our favorite one and least favorite one?
So will our favorite ones be like, is it like which one we think will happen, or is it which one we like the most because it's funny or whatever?
I'll let you pick that for yourself mentally.
Okay.
You can say your favorite, or you can say the one that makes sense.
Okay, well, Dolphin Dude, I guess let's start with you since you're the theory master.
Okay. So, the one I like the most is probably the Katarina Devan, because I
Okay.
love the possibility of all the Blackbeard fuckery that could take place,
Yeah.
and all the potential fuckery that we got off screen, like say at Whole Cake Island with Katakuri. That shit would be wild.
Yep.
Yeah, and the one that I think is the least out of all these theories is the one you suggested of him living the boiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Brandon, what is your favorite theory of those 7?
Okay, I wouldn't say favorite, but I'd probably go more hand with the whole
Most
either
likely to happen.
most likely to happen would be either like the spirit of Odin or like Onimaru, one of the two there. If I had to choose like my favorite between those two, it would be like the spirit of Odin. I think that would be pretty neat just to see him give like
Yeah,
some
that'd
final
be-
words. Yeah, something like simple.
That'd be wholesome.
Like
It'd be
I don't
wholesome
want
and emotional.
Yeah, from a certain point, it would be like pretty wholesome just to see him again, just give him like some inspiration. It's because, to be honest, I don't want to see like, hey, Odin appeared out of nowhere. He's actually alive. Like, I'll just take like the tension off, and that'll just be another L situation. Like, oh, he died. Oh, never mind, he's here, alive.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
and at this point, that'll just make it really inconsistent writing from my end, at least.
Though,
And the
if it's the temporary sent to the future and then he comes back, before he goes back to the past, he could be like, Odin, they'll be like, Odin, why are you leaving us again? Stay. And he'd be like, sorry, boys, I have to go carry you and die. And then they cry.
Well, he wouldn't
Yeah,
really
some-
know if he would
If
carry
he died.
them. Now he wouldn't know they would be boiled, would he? Because he would have been
yeah,
in the freaking cage.
Yeah. So I guess he would just say, yo, I'm gonna go die, lol.
Yep.
And the one I dislike, I guess you can say, would be the Bunkley idea. Just doesn't make any sense why he'd be at one.
Doesn't
It's pretty dumb.
make any sense.
Yeah.
But it'd
And to
be
be honest-
hype. It'd be hype.
Oh no, it would, but it just doesn't make any sense. To be honest,
Yeah.
the whole idea of Odin surviving the actual boiling makes more sense than Bunkley actually.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess it's my turn to say my favorite theory, and it's basically kind of like. It's kind of like. I cannot. There's 2 theories I really like, and they're basically almost the same theory, and it's basically like. what you said about Odin going in the future for a bit and then coming back, or the theory that this is actually Odin and he's still alive. And I'll say why I like both of those theories. It's because this is Odin himself. Those theories mean
He's a
this is
Chad.
Odin, and
He
not.
beats death. He beats time itself.
Yep, he's such a Chad. He was like alive, survived the fucking oil. But it also means he meets the scabbards and he's like, yo, let's go back to Kaido. And Kaido will fucking shit himself and maybe Odin will fight Kaido again. Or at least do an attack against him. Which is gonna be hype.
Yeah.
The other thing is that probably Momonosuke will meet his dad again. And you know,
Ooh,
his dad
that'd be
will,
nice.
they'll have a touching moment.
That'd be wholesome.
And then the third, since Yamato is with Momonosuke and she's like, yo, I'm Odin. Maybe after meeting
She
the
will
real
come.
Odin, not only will she come, but maybe she will actually stop and drop the act of like saying, "Oh, I'm
Oh, yeah.
Odin," and start being
She
Yamato
actually is
herself.
like, okay, yeah, stop being Yamato. Who is? Because we don't know how Yamato acts because it's kind of just like this chick running around saying I'm Odin and doing all these Odin things.
Yeah,
We don't know how Yamato.
I'd actually want to see how Yamato herself, like, you know, she's basically like following what Odin would do.
Yeah, like
It'd
what
be
does
cool.
she actually want to?
And number 4, Odin will probably meet Luffy and will relate Luffy to Roger. And have
They'll
like,
have a chat
oh,
moment.
yeah, have a cool moment.
Mm.
So,
Alright,
I
what's
think
your least? What's your least?
my least favorite, I gotta say my least favorite is probably Bonkley. It's either probably Bonkley or that they're in the ghost world, because it doesn't really seem like a ghost world. It seems like they're in a building. Like if the background was all white, or the background doesn't make sense.
There's the smoke. There's the smoke.
It's a bit of a smoke, but it's still like a room, and I don't know. It feels really weird. And they all like, and that would also mean it's not like. In most series, we see like one person having like a near-death experience, but now we see 9 people who are reacting like at the same time. So it would be a cool moment for both of them, but really far-fetched.
Since you both picked 2, you bastards,
Okay,
I'd say
pick
my
another
second
shit.
favorite one is the Kanjuro still alive and you drew Odin. And then Odin, the drawing of Odin's gonna spook Kaido. That'd be funny.
Yeah, that would be funny. I mean, either way, if it's a drawing or the real Odin, disregarding
It'd
how
still
he
get the
got
same
there.
reactions.
Yeah. But I feel like if this was the real Odin, it would carry much more weight with both Yamato, Momonosuke, Luffy, and, you know, the Scabbards.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
Okay. We went on for ages talking about who
theories.
or how Odin is.
Yeah.
Should we quickly go over predictions?
Oh, predictions for next chapter. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Because next week is break week, but it's the week after.
Well, okay, does anybody have any predictions right now?
But I have a small one here, which is actually something I've already mentioned.
Yeah.
Which would be one. I do see, just in case if it actually is Odin that's alive, or there's like his spirit or something there, just roaming around. I do see him like
explanation.
Not. Oh, of course we're gonna get like an explanation of what occurred, but I do see if it actually is Odin that he may actually meet up with Momo because he's having like a midlife crisis at the age of 9. So technically, he's gonna appear like, son, what's going on? And no, I can't do it. They're giving like a pep talk, motivation. Yes, you can. You're not the son of Kozuki Odin. You're Momonosuke. You're your own person. Do what you want. I didn't want to be in Wano until I set out to sea. I returned back to wanting to be Shogun. So you do something similar. You do what you want to do. And once you feel prepared and ready, return back and take my place as Shogun of Wano, as a true hero. Something like that to motivate him. You know, oh my god, Dad, you're right. He's gonna evolve and he's gonna get like that growth. And he's probably gonna do something for the war. we're probably gonna see a little more Chopper and Marco action. Maybe like the battle and what's occurring there, because we know that Queen's sort of pissed off with Chopper now. Like, you little furry bastard, like, how dare you teach me about medicine. And I know we've been saying this like every freaking week, but most likely we're gonna get some Jinbei and who's who.
Please. Literally, we've all been saying it every week. Where is the Jinbei and who's who reveal?
Yeah.
And last but not least, this week I'm not gonna say that we're gonna be getting a shot up there, and I was saying that we're gonna be returning back to the rooftop and seeing everyone knocked out. At this point, I'm not even gonna waste my time with that. I'm just gonna say that it's gonna be like the chapter in this case. Not sure what you guys think.
Yeah, that's solid predictions. That Dolphin do? Do you have your predictions ready?
Okay. I think we're gonna start off. I think we're gonna start off with the Odin stuff, probably.
Okay.
Like, just keep the flow going. I don't think it's gonna explain how or what, like if it is actually Odin or how Odin is there. I don't think they're gonna explain it because it's gonna be like too much confusion and emotion. But it's gonna reveal who at least healed them, and then they're gonna be on the move, and they might bump into Jack maybe, because I still think Sanji's going to Momonosuke. Please, we gotta get that Jinbei and who's who, man. Please, before the act is over. And what would we end the chapter on? Maybe we could go back to the roof, but maybe. No, okay. I see the chapter ending with. Give me King and Queen going hybrid.
Maybe
and
another thing we
Chopper
can
and
see.
Marco are like, fuck.
That can be one thing. I was thinking maybe we can see whose identity, like he reveals himself, and we see Jinbei with a chalked face. Like, break next week.
Yeah, it really depends if they put the Jinbei who's who stuff at the middle or the end. Because, like, if it's at the end, then, like you said, we'd get the cracked mask or the mask is off, and we don't see it. It's a silhouette. But Jinbei would be like, oh!
Yeah. Those are good predictions as well. So I guess it's my turn to predict, and I predict the next chapter we start off with either Jinbei fighting who's who, or Nami and Usopp fighting Page 1 and Ulti. Because I feel like we've been on kind of like, how do I say it? We've been like seeing a lot of Straw Hat fights these past few chapters. So I feel like next chapter we see a new Straw Hat fight. And the ones I feel like we'll see the most are either Jinbei or with Nami and Usopp. Yeah. Because I feel like Nami and Usopp fight was kind of like...
Yeah, because...
It wasn't as developed as the other fights we've seen.
Usopp did his thing, and then Page 1 kind of just ran through it.
Yeah.
Ulti did the head smash, and then called out, "No, Luffy will be the Pirate King." And then later on, Nami does the Thunder Spear thing, Thunder Lance.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop Ulti,
But yeah, it doesn't stop him, because she was like, if only I had some stronger lightning. Like, ooh, Zeus. So I'm getting kind of the vibe of Luffy versus Crocodile at this moment. You know how like it took 3 tries to defeat? Finally?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like that. We're gonna get the third fight, and Nami and Usopp are gonna finally officially defeat them.
Yeah, well, that would mean that the next fight they appear in is gonna be the last fight, or like the last part of the fight. Which then that means that we have to see Jinbei fight like earlier. So I guess next chapter, hopefully Jinbei. Fucking hell.
We'd have to see everyone else wrap up, because it'd be weird if only, say, one group won while everyone else is still fighting.
Yeah.
So that means they go to the roof by themselves, and they would just get fucked if they're by themselves.
True.
It has to be the whole crew.
Yep. So basically, so the first part, I guess, just either Jinbei or another Straw Hat fight. Then the second, we'll definitely have some, like a page or two, or like a few panels of Yamato and Momonosuke running again. And I think this chapter will end on basically like Alden and the Scabbards talking, or like getting ready to do something. So I feel like that's how the chapter ends.
If it ends the way you described it,
Yeah.
I could see Odin and the Scabbards bumping into Yamato and Momonosuke.
I was gonna say that.
That would be a cool chapter ending. They're just like, huh.
I was gonna say that, but if you remember correctly, Sanji had to choose who to go and help, because they were like in different fucking places.
Different places.
So I doubt just a bit of running. You know what? I feel like
Sanji does get to Yamato.
Yeah.
He has these little reactions. He's like, oh my god, a woman's so thick. Momonosuke's like, we gotta get to the fucking roof, cunt. So, Sanji skywalks, holding on to Yamato, Momo, and Shinobu.
Yeah.
They get to where the Kinemon group is, and they cross paths, and then we get that reaction.
Yeah, could be. It could be possible. I feel like another ending would be actually Jack coming, and like the Red Scabbards like are shocked, but they still don't quite believe it's Alden. So Jack appears and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna fucking take you on," and Alden just one shots Jack, and they're like, "Yep, it's Alden." Yep, that confirms it. It's Alden.
Lack.
Yeah, Jack getting another L. Alden showing off it's really him. I
don't even care for Jack anymore. It's just that if he's gonna get another L,
he's gonna get another
want
L.
to at least see his hybrid form, and then give me that L.
Yeah, maybe he transforms into hybrid and then Odin one shots him.
Yeah.
So.
Because I just think I don't know if it's gonna happen next chapter because the way things are going, it's getting less and less likely. But I just think it would be so cool if we saw all the calamities go hybrid in the same chapter.
Yeah, but I kind of doubt it's gonna be next chapter. Maybe, but
at least turn the tables because Marco and even Chopper.
Yeah, they're kind of
They've
dominating.
been making King and Queen look like bitches. They need to turn the tables somehow.
Yeah.
And I think hybrid gives them that maneuverability.
Yeah.
Yeah, Perospero would join them. Yeah.
Yeah. So
maybe Smoothie rocks up as well.
I doubt we'll see any more Big Mom pirates. I feel like
we haven't seen them.
Yeah, but I feel like we won't see them until the end of the arc after everything's done. Because I think like all the fucking people that are in the war are already like presented to us. So I doubt there's gonna be like another force.
Okay, so say there's gonna be another act, which is very likely.
Yep.
It's based with the Kabuki play. What if the act ends with not everyone defeated, but everyone like losing badly at least?
Yep.
And because acts are meant to end in a tragedy, that's when the Big Mom Pirates finally rock up.
Maybe.
They're like, god fucking damn it. We gotta deal with more of you fuckheads.
Yep. And I wanna say, I don't see next chapter that we're gonna go to the top. I think we're not gonna go to the top until every fucking
I still don't think so.
fight is like shown. At least progressing.
It's definitely going to be the last chapter of the act. That's when we're going to go back to the roof, I feel like.
Probably. But I also want to mention something that's not going to happen next chapter, maybe a bit farther in the future. If Odin really is alive, even temporarily, maybe a cool moment would be Momonosuke and Yamato going to the rooftop and Momonosuke having his cool Chad moment where he's like, fuck you, Kaido, like, you know, trying to like stop the island from falling or whatever hype moment Momonosuke has, and he's like almost losing and you know in the struggle, and then Odin rocks up and he's like, yo son, and he's like, yo, I'm fucking proud of you. Like that's gonna be epic.
And then he gets that boost of love.
Yeah, boost of love and kind of shitting himself.
Yeah.
and Oden takes on the fight.
Did you mention this last stream, or was it just on a regular Discord session? But
What?
Momonosuke doing the flame cloud thing, the bring the island down safely.
Yeah,
Wasn't that
I
your
mentioned it. Yeah, I mentioned it on Discord when we were having a talk. But basically, Momonosuke being like kind of like Kaido means that he has to do something epic. Momonosuke has to do something epic because he hasn't done shit during this war, and he has to have a moment of himself. And I feel like the most realistic thing is since Kaido is like carrying the island and is about to drop it on innocent civilians. Maybe Momonosuke uses his power to temporarily hold it, or maybe slow the fall down so the people can escape.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's gonna be
definitely at
moment.
least slow the fall down.
Yeah.
Because I do think if they manage to knock out Kaido, that shit is just gonna come crashing down.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that's keeping it up.
Yep.
So that would be a cool moment for Momonosuke to like put everything he has into it. He's like, ah!
Yeah, and fucking stop the islands from like destroying people or whatever.
Yeah.
And it would
finally casualties.
And it will finally prove that, you know, he's not just a little bitch that gets carried by everybody around him. He actually like does something respectable.
Yeah.
This is why I want his father to see it and be like, good job, son.
Good job, son.
And then
Are you winning, son?
Yeah, and then Kaido shits.
No, you're winning. Yes, Dad, and I got you with me.
Yeah, I got a funny
I'm winning
idea.
for you.
I want to make a meme later.
Yeah, I just want to say how you said about the island, like the last chapter of the arc. Maybe the arc ends with like Kaido dropping the fucking island. He's like, yo, and the last page is like him dropping the island, and then the first page of Act 4 is Momonosuke appearing and holding it, or like slowing it down.
That would be crazy because, not only is that a fucking interesting start to an act, right?
Yep.
But between acts, we usually get some fuckery on the outside world.
Yep.
So that means we're left on a cliffhanger of the fucking Onigashima falling. And then we cut to fucking like what, Reverie, the Marines, Blackbeard, whoever.
Shichibukai.
And we're just like, is everyone okay? We don't know.
Yep. I feel like that's gonna be hype.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Shichibukai. I do want to see what the fuck Buggy and Mihawk and Boa doing.
Yeah. Is anybody captured? And if anybody is captured, who is captured? It would be funny to see Buggy captured again and like locked in Impel down once more.
Yo, and then we get Impel down Escape 2 with Doflamingo, Buggy, Arlong, fucking Axel Morgan is there for some reason. Kuro.
We get to see
Doflamingo.
Bonkley again, our Doflamingo boy, running in.
Yeah. Just Doflamingo leading a bunch of weaklings, and he's carrying them to escape Impel down.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
or at least a cover story of that. That'd be great.
Oh yeah, I cannot wait for the next cover story, which I feel like is gonna happen either next arc or like during the end act. We'll see a big cover story.
It's good, like
really important.
We haven't gotten a like really good cover story. Like I like the Beige family cover story. It was nice. It was wholesome.
Yeah, but I don't see it being that important.
It wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
It wasn't crazy.
Unless they go somewhere that is like important.
Yeah.
But I feel like we should see something of maybe the Straw Hat Alliance fucking up, or Blackbeard, or I guess not Blackbeard, but something important that we don't know it's important, but we see something happening, and we're like, holy shit.
Okay. Okay. How about this? Next, in between arc, mini arc. I mean, not between arc. Between act, mini arc.
Yep.
We're gonna have the Straw Hat Grand Fleet together on their way to Wano, but they have to stop at our island to deal with something. So they're forced to work together and develop their bond. Because right now they're just a bunch of randoms that like Luffy.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
if
that
they could
would be
all work together
nice.
for a bit to develop their character, develop their teamwork, develop their bond,
Yeah, that
and then
would be
they
nice.
finally get to Wano, and the war is over.
Mm.
That'd be the funniest shit.
Nah, I don't
Luffy,
think
we came to save you.
I don't think they're going to Wano, but I think that it would be nice to see what they actually caused. Because back in, I think, the end of the Shroza, it was mentioned that they would cause an incident in the future. And I think we learned that they attacked a Yonko or something, or like someone who is like...
I mean, Bartolomeo in a cover story
yeah.
went to one of Shanks' islands. And then he was
Yeah.
like, yeah, fuck
Wait,
this guy.
is it confirmed, Shanks?
Yeah, it was a Shanks territory, because they had the flag.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they basically attacked another Yonko. So I would like to see what happens to like Straw Hat Alliance or Luffy himself even, because what his people caused.
Yo, what if the Straw Hat Grand Fleet fought Blackbeard and his 10 Titanic captains without the Straw Hat Pirates?
Damn, I feel like they'd be completely destroyed.
They would, but I feel like because of Bartolomeo, they could at least escape.
Maybe, or at least one of the captains.
They would have a lot of casualties, like all the fodder would be fucked.
Yeah.
One thing I was
Someone
thinking,
might be dead.
Yeah.
like start preparing off there, like developing like an actual like story that can kind of like fit through. Maybe somebody from the Grand Fleet on their way to help out Luffy. Maybe they saw the viewer card like burning up, and they run into
That's what I was thinking.
and maybe they run into one of the former warlords. I was thinking maybe that old lady dies and Weevil just on his own. Maybe they see him and just take him in.
I don't think
How
she's
much
gonna
they
die,
Yeah.
but
Like no one cares about her, but so I didn't really care about her like dying or not. And maybe they're like, hey, we're on our way. That can be like a plot that would help us get him involved with Black.
I
He meets
feel
Mark
like-
or I don't know, something.
yeah, I feel like
I don't want her to die because she has connection to rocks, probably.
yeah, she has connection to rocks, confirmed. And I feel like
Because the old
they
lady
need
turned
to.
into her.
Yeah, and I think it's mentioned somewhere else, but you have to Google that. I was thinking that we need to see a bit more of Weevil and her to like develop their relationship a bit more, and then she gets defeated
They
and
was
Weevil
kinda just-
becomes like a good guy, because you know
Yeah,
he's only evil
'cause-
because she's like feeding him shit, and then after that he's like
really
yeah.
a dumbass. He's innocent. But yeah, like we've seen them like what 2 or 3 times throughout the whole story.
Yeah,
We
Like,
need
2
we
times.
need more from them.
yeah, and it's been like one panel, like 1 page at most. Like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, what confirms that she's a Rox is it's said that during her pirate career 40 years ago, she was on the same ship with Whitebeard. So, you know.
Yeah, and Whitebeard was on the Rocks crew, so
Yep. So that basically confirms it.
confirmed. We talked about this off Discord, but yeah, and then like you got the old hag that has Bon Clay's fruit. Was it copy?
Yeah. I think.
It's like copy or clone. Yeah, she in the, I think it was the manga, but also mainly the anime, because this was recent. The old hag transformed into a dude with pointy black eyebrows, big lips, and yellow hair, and then a young woman with yellow hair.
So you think that's
So,
Shiki and
It's
Miss Bakin?
Shiki. Yeah, they're both. They were both on the Rocks crew.
Yep.
And I think, yeah, Rocks probably had been to Wano a long time ago.
Yeah. Makes sense. Good.
Because he wanted to be king of the world, and he was always seeking out strong people to either fight and join his crew.
Yeah.
So, it wouldn't be too far-fetched for him to have been there.
I mean, maybe maybe he didn't go to Wano, but maybe like the old hag like traveled after, you know, after the defeat of the Rocks pirates, she traveled and stumbled upon Wano and became a citizen there or something.
Oh, so you don't even think she's a Wano citizen?
Maybe she is,
Born and
and she
raised.
just went somewhere and found rocks and became a pirate, and then came back to her country after everything fucked up.
And then the borders closed.
We don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little up in the air suspicion.
Yep.
But yeah, a lot of connections.
Yeah. So, does anybody want to add something to all the theories, all the stuff? I think we've been talking
I think we
about
said
an
a lot.
hour about random
Yeah.
theories.
We've talked a lot,
Yeah.
and yet we had two of the boys missing.
Yeah. Imagine
the
if they
boys
were there.
We'd be here for like 2 hours. God damn.
Yeah. Holy shit.
But yeah, I think this is a good time to wrap it up.
Yep.
You
Well,
wanna give us away, Yuen?
I do. Well, thanks for anybody watching. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. You can check out our podcast on SoundCloud. We upload every episode there.
Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify. I'm sorry.
We're still not rapping yet.
We're not rapping yet. Maybe soon. But anyway, Spotify. So.
And Twitter @Impel Up.
Yep, Twitter @Impel Up. We still don't have a Facebook or MySpace. Maybe soon. But
OnlyFans soon.
Yep, OnlyFans soon. So say goodbye, that Dolphin dude.
Ciao, ciao, everybody.
And now Brandon, say your goodbyes.
Goodbye. I'm gonna miss everyone here. Please don't forget us.
Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye.
Yeah, this is gonna be our final episode. Just kidding, it's not gonna be our final episode, but
We're
thank
getting
you for watching,
cancelled
and
because of the
goodbye.
last episode.
Yeah. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.